Seated, please. New question, the member from Kitchener-Conestoga.
My question is to the Premier. Premier, when the Auditor General reported on your reckless green energy policies 2 years ago, we learned that for every so-called green job that's created, 4 more jobs are lost elsewhere in the economy. 4. In spite of the facts, you continue to propose reckless new economic policies. Now you're ramming Bill 91 through the legislature in an attempt to create up to $500 million in new costs for retailers and manufacturers. And now you're doing this even while major contributors to the province's recycling programs, like Heinz and Kellogg's, are leaving the province. Premier, simple question. Based on your analysis, how many jobs will be lost for every so-called green job under Bill 91?
Quick killing jobs.
Thank you. Minister of the Environment.
First of all, Mr. Speaker, I would like to convey to the member and his wonderful wife congratulations on the birth of the new son. With the excellent choice of name, Lincoln Lloyd Harris, and I also want to say that he weighed in at 6 pounds 5 ounces. So that's the good news. The bad news is the constant attack of his father on all good things in the environment, including Bill 91. I want to say to the member that I want to admit some thievery. I actually stole a lot of the content of Bill 91 from the paper produced by the member for the opposition. I want him to take credit rather than being critical of a very progressive.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. I know Lincoln is actually watching this morning, and I know he's pretty upset with that answer. So I'll actually go back to the Premier because I'd like her, at the end of the day, to answer this question because she'll be responsible for any of the negative impacts of Bill 91. In fact, the letter Heinz sent your government in September should have acted as a wake-up call. They pleaded with you to study the economic consequences of Bill 91. But you failed to answer because you clearly haven't conducted any economic analysis. Now they're leaving the province. Premier, it's time for you to take personally responsible for the actions of your government. Your Environment Minister is losing credibility on this file, not only with the stakeholders, but members of your own caucus. So, Premier, will you bail out the Environment Minister,
bail him out,
pull Bill 91 off the order paper, and conduct a proper economic analysis on Bill 91?
Save his reputation.
Mr. Speaker, I don't think there's anyone in this House who actually believes any company out there is going to make that kind of decision when we're at second reading on an enabling piece of legislation in a minority parliament. You would recognize with any of these companies, whether the product was produced in another country or produced in Ontario, there's still the same requirement that is required in terms of their responsibility for the ultimate recycling of those projects.
Exactly.
So I encourage members to have these people come to committee if we ever get to committee. I've encouraged everyone who has any comment at all on this piece of legislation to come to committee, to make their representations, to propose any amendments that they deem appropriate. But I want to say that the heart of the legislation is really should be given to my good friend, the member for Kitchener-Conestoga.
The question, the member from Timiskaming.